Hello, lads and lasses. Thanks for waiting. I'm your host, Eddie, and welcome to Flying Pig United. Your original Don is not here at the moment because, as I've said on previous streams, he needs a bit of a rest. So I'm in with the crew. We got G Wolf. How you doing?
Yo, all good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, man, always chilling. And we got the best journo, aka Nathan. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Glad to be back on. Yeah,
Good,
doing
man.
well. Yeah,
It's good to see you again.
yeah.
So everybody, you know the rules. When you come in, it's great content, free content. So you drop a like, subscribe to the Don. All these links are in the description. So just do what you need to do. Subscribe, follow Flying Pig United on Twitter and everything like that. Okay, so let's get into it. We're here to first of all, this is a Villarreal preview for Wednesday, but my crew here, they've got to react to the fallout that was the Aston Villa loss. I mean, I got out my views on the previous fan debate. Very frustrating loss. I mean, when you see me smile sometimes, I smile because I don't know what to do when I feel bad. I just have to smile to get it out.
Yeah,
So
it's like if you don't laugh, you'll cry sort of situation.
that's the
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. So if you see me smiling, I'm very angry inside still. So anyway, we're gonna go to G Wolf. Just tell us a little bit of your feeling after that Villa game.
Well, as I said to like everybody knows, I didn't watch the game. I only watched the highlights. I saw the goal, and I thought it was offside. And how the
Yeah.
referee could say that was a goal, it's unbelievable because of wasn't it against Leicester versus Brighton? And it was in a similar situation that Leicester scored that goal, and they given it as an offside. So why didn't the referee go to VAR and then give it as offside? I haven't got a clue.
I mean, you've gone straight into the kind of excuse territory already. It's
It's not
I
an
don't know.
excuse. At the end of the day, yeah, right. Referees are inconsistent. So the
What?
referees need, if they're going to disallow that goal, then why couldn't they? Why couldn't they go to VAR and disallow our goal? That
Right,
shouldn't have
right.
been.
G Wolf, just hold that thought a little bit. I forgot to do shout outs. Forgive me, people. Okay, who we got in here? I'm still practicing at this, guy, so bear with me. We got Alo Kick, Banawaj, injury update. That's gonna come, mate. We're gonna get into the injury update. We got Yagam. Where are you, Piggy? Piggy is on a little bit of a holiday right now. He might be back with some FIFA. I don't know whose sound that is in the background. It's very melodic.
That's not mine.
So I'm going to carry on. It's like a little nice backing track at the moment. Who else we got in here? Kayam, one of the legendary mods. Okay, yeah, you see, you've got the mods in here. Just patrolling the chat. Please don't spam, guys. We're gonna try and get into the comments as we speak. Who else we got? Berber, he's on duty as well. Thanks, Alo Kick. Okay, and we got M6 Matty. Oh, yeah, it's proved that there's no tactics. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, guys. Okay, so we're let's listen to what G Wolves have got to say. How about we talk about how Man United played before we get into the referees, G Wolf? That's come on. Let's talk
So
about what man you could. Let's talk about what man you could control first of all. How about that one?
so well, as I said, I didn't really see the game, but we had loads of shots, we had good chances, and we didn't take them. And that was the strikers was off par. The Bruno penalty that should have been that normally 9 times out of 10 he normally buries them and then just proper skied it. Just bad day at the office, I think. For
So
United,
don't you think Villa deserved the win? What do you think?
I thought,
Okay, yeah. Let me ask you
yeah,
this: do you think Man U lost that game or Villa won it?
I
If you know what I
thought
mean.
Man United lost it because of they had the chances just as well as Aston Villa.
So who are you blaming then?
So
Are you blaming the players for misses? Because you said we didn't take the chances.
I just think it was just poor, just poor performance. A bit like the West Ham game. That we had our chances, we didn't take them, and we had them at Villa, and still didn't take them. So must be something going on. Might be the
Okay.
backroom staff, not doing their jobs properly.
Okay, Nathan, I'm itching to hear what you got to say. I'm just gonna see what the boss is saying. Flying pig is in the house. You see, haha, I've done my backing, lads and lasses, so saving myself for FIFA later on. Oink oink. How's everybody doing? So yeah, Pigo, just take a little bit of a rest. You got to keep in mind this Don does a lot of content, so there's got to be times where he's got to take a rest and let other legends come in. So we're gonna go to the next legend, Nathan. Are you on the same level as G Wolf right here? What are your thoughts for that Villa game?
Well, I had the unfortunate pleasure of actually paying money to go to Old Trafford to watch United play at the weekend. So I was saying before we came on, I saw a bit of a different game. There were times where we just kept trying to hit the long ball over the top, and
Yeah.
you could do it a couple of times here and there when it's unexpected. But if that's your main outlet, the Villa defense are going to read it every single time. It becomes a bit too predictable because from where I was watching, Martinez, the Aston Villa goalie, was already on the edge of his box every time United had the ball because he knew it was coming. And one of the reasons for that is I'm going to point out the midfield too here. Although I thought Fred did well second half because he got a bit more stuck in. Which
You like him, Fred? You like him, Fred?
No.
Go on.
Right, it's like if someone starts getting stuck in and sort of showing like a bit of grit here and there, you've got to sort of applaud it. You getting stuck in this, that, and the other. But as a tandem, like it's evident where United are going to struggle this season is between them two because what kept happening was McTominay and Fred kept dropping when Varane got the ball. They kept dropping so far deep, so that means the Villa players then push forward even more, and then you've got no outlet to get out of defence because you're already squeezed in. Then you're looking for this like the Hollywood diagonal ball over the top, in which about 10% of the time it's going to pay off, and the times it was getting over the Villa defence, Martinez is already out. So I agree about the chance. I agree about the chances. There were chances United had to sort of finish the game off. Greenwood for me had a glorious chance. We cut back on his right foot and he just hit it straight at Martinez from close range. There were times where players were getting into attacking positions, like Greenwood, like Ronaldo, but instead of playing the final pass, it was more of a selfish note. They wanted to go for goal, and it was like it's just that.
So let's get into that then, Nathan. Why do you think these guys are not passing? Because we saw it in the Carabao Cup game as well. People were shooting for fun. I think I've heard that last two games have been about 50 shots and only about 6 shots on target, something like that. It's something mad like that. We're not even on double figures for shot accuracy on goal out of 50 shots.
Yeah, I think it's down to sort of player traits. If you look at Ronaldo and Greenwood, then they want to get on the score sheet. Do you know what I mean? They're like Greenwood, although he plays on the right, you can see his natural position. He probably wants to be like the striker going forward. Ronaldo's Ronaldo. You don't need to sort of gloss over that. But then after that, what I found as well. So Greenwood sort of worked. Yeah. Greenwood and Ronaldo were getting in positions where it could have been a pass rather than a shot. But
who do you blame for that then? Because Kayam's blaming players here, so I don't know. Management be held accountable?
Thing is, you can blame players, but also the way we set up the Pogba on the left situation. For me, it can't happen again. Because what kept happening was that Pogba, because he kept tucking in, it became more like a diamond in a way. So we had no actual width. So when Cavani was brought on, I would have actually brought Sancho on instead of Cavani, because.
Then you have your width.
Yeah, because you bring Cavani on, it's like, okay, Ronaldo's going to go to the left, but then it doesn't eliminate the issue of if Sancho's in that position, he might look for the final pass. If Ronaldo's in that position, he might look for the shot, but the final pass is optional. But what I will say...
Why do you think he didn't even come on then? Why do you think Sancho was just left there? I don't get it then.
Well, there were 2 forced substitutions. That was my thinking behind it, because obviously Maguire and Shaw went off. So it might have been a case of, if them two had stayed on, it might have been a case of, maybe Sancho and Cavani might have come on, or there are variables to it. It didn't help. It didn't help management in a way that you're forcing the 2 early changes.
That's the possible excuse for the coaching staff, there, isn't it? Is that they only had one, and that put pressure on to get a perfect sub.
Yeah,
for
but it's like
second half.
but it's like then you're taking a gamble though. There's less of a gamble if you have the two players available. Then if you only have one, you're looking towards your bench going, oh, just looking around, just thinking, right, which like subs may not come off like every time you bring them on. Like not everyone who comes on is going to make the immediate impact. But it's a case of like for me, I would have brought Sancho on instead. And maybe taken off one of McTominay, or probably I would have taken off McTominay. To be fair, I didn't think he had a good game at all.
Yeah, it was a bit quiet. I've just got to get into a few more shout-outs here. Gaz Elliott coming in. Ole just sends the players out and says, good luck, lads, and sits and smiles. Interesting. We're going to talk a bit more about that. Kayam coming up. McFred has zero creativity whatsoever. Players don't want to pass to them around the box to create a chance because they will go back to the centre-back and take a shot instead. Okay. We're going to get into some of these points. Ted Bakes, big up yourself for coming in. Ole, I don't know if is that a support on Ole? I don't know.
No, I think we do something about blaming people. I think that's probably what it is.
So yeah, let me say a shout out to First Class Gamer. Big up to Tom in his kitchen. Yeah, he had the machine on, but that's finished now. So yeah, Tom.
Yeah, it should be. It should be finished now.
Finished now, but okay. So yeah, let's discuss this. And Ole just sends the players out and says, "Good luck." Then, do we agree with this, G Wolf, that he just says, "Good luck" to the lads?
No, I think he does a lot more than just sends the players out and says, "Oh yeah, good luck." But obviously, some of the players have got to take blame for poor performances. Ollie can do so much with his tactics and formation. Maybe he needs to change it up a bit. But
yeah, because what are the tactics then, G Wolf? Because we heard Nathan just talking about how we were going deep a bit, looking for some long balls, which shows that is a counter-attacking approach. We've seen this a lot, yeah. And we've seen that we've not got the greatest performances. We've not got them
we haven't
recently, especially. This was happening last season too. So for us to be blaming some of the players, I mean, players are to blame because they're out there, yeah. But then at the end of the day, we've got a master squad right now. Apart from debatably the CDM,
it's donut FC. Everything's around it apart from a massive hole in the middle.
I've heard this. So yeah, G-Wolf, what do you think about that then? Because the midfield, as Nathan's saying, McTominay and Fred just get pressed back to the defense like a blanket, and therefore they're not in the center of the pitch enough, actually making plays. They're like on the edge of their own box a lot of the time. So
protecting that back four, and maybe
protecting it too much. But we've got Varane. We just got Varane in. So why have we still got this blanket?
Exactly. I haven't got a clue. Why isn't he playing Donny? Donny can sit in that centre of midfield and control the play a bit like Pogba and all that lot. So even if you have a midfield three, like Pogba's normally he's on the left hand side, isn't he? Of the three.
Yeah, but it's against Villa though, it sort of tucked into a bit of a diamond from what I was watching, and it was just like when Pogba's tucking in, you have to expect Shaw to go up and down, but then it's like that means you still have no pure width because you literally just sacrifice your left wing position just so you can put inside.
I think there's a lot of pressure put on the fullbacks to do the wing play because you see when Greenwood plays, he cuts in. He's not really providing enough width. And Wan-Bissaka in that last game, he did so well for me. I mean, there was a dribble where he went through the middle of the pitch and just taken on a few players and pointed to the right. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Yeah,
I remember because for some reason I stood up and I because at the time I was sort of proper into it. I just turned around and went, "Oh, just go yourself, just go yourself." But
yeah, that's what it's like. It's like it's Maverick. It's like it's Maverick FC. Everyone is kind of left to their own devices to try and do things, and it's like if you have a system in there, you're taking a little bit of pressure off people to do just specific jobs, not all the jobs in midfield. This is an interesting comment here from Sphinx Zoo. I think individually, Fred and McTominay are good players. The problem is playing them together. What do you think about that, Nathan?
Thing is, but McTominay, it's one of them where like I think I've said this countless times in this sort of show before. Fred and McTominay work against teams that will come up and try and sort of go out. Like against City, for some reason, they have that one game against City which gives them a 20-game leverage. So it's like, okay, the ball going against City, that means their position is cemented. They don't have to, get dropped. But the reason why they do well against City is because both of them have got good energy off the ball. That's not a question. Their energy off the ball was really good. So they can chase it down. As soon as they get the ball, City's players can be out of position anyway. So playing a 5-yard pass to the likes of Bruno, Pogba, isn't exactly going to be hard. Then you can sort of go on a counter attack. However, when it's against Villa, or we've seen against
against the lower teams,
teams last season, you need someone who can sort of play between the lines and sort of people like G Will said about Donny there, sort of playing in that sort of holding role and stuff like that. I'm open to the idea, but I don't think he's got the defensive sort of discipline to beat in. Like for me, Matic is probably our best CDM, but he's not got the legs.
This is the thing. People keep saying this, he's not got the legs. If a system is put in place where he doesn't have to do that using that amount of legs, where everyone's trying for the 4-3-3, if he's played as just a pivot and his legs would be the 2 8s coming up and down in the channels, they would be his legs, so he can just sit there. If you have Bruno and Pogba doing his running, he can sit there and just be that governor that gets the ball off the centre backs, puts it into Bruno, who can do a run, puts it into Pogba, who we know can dribble as well. So the myth of him not having legs, that wouldn't even apply. These are the things.
But it's more when you lose the ball, and if all those players are sort of up in that position, I wouldn't.
So don't you think Bruno? You wouldn't trust Bruno and Pogba to come back and help out?
I trust Bruno more than Pogba. Definitely. But it's a case of like there are some times where players maybe sort of when it comes to the sort of latter stage of the game. It's just Matic playing. It's more Matic because of the schedule United have. It's like what you're playing basically 2 or 3 games per week. Matic isn't like a few like prime Chelsea Matic. Yes, you'd happily sort of sit him in there. You don't have any worries whatsoever. But Matic now, it's like, and also as well with him, I've said this before. Is that he has different spells of form when a new contract's available for him as well.
It's debatable, but
no.
Coincidence. Because I know you said this before.
Yeah, because he doesn't he plays when a new contract's available, so he steps up his game, looks really good, and then it's like, as soon as he gets his contract, we've seen it with players before. As soon as he gets a new contract, form drops because they're placing the team safe and this, that, and the other. But,
that's debatable then. I want to go to G Wolf with this comment that I kept on screen for quite a bit. What do you think about Tekken Fan 1997? Big up yourself getting in here. Is it possible he's waiting for individual brilliance? I mean, people have been saying this. Do you think Ole is just going to keep relying on this concept of individual?
That's what it looks like, isn't it? It's like he's relying on Cristiano Ronaldo. He's relying on Bruno.
What do you think happened to Ronaldo in that last game? Because we saw him have a great game against West Ham. He was getting the ball. He had a goal. He was having chances, and then I remember I was taking notes on the Villa loss. I wrote down Ronaldo appeared on the left, did some step overs. That's it. So what happened?
I think that's it. Well, as in the Villa game, as I said, I don't really know because I didn't really see. But the only thing which I could say is that. See, I don't know because I can't say anything about that because I didn't watch it.
You saw the highlights, though.
I only saw the highlights, but didn't see much of him. It was mainly Greenwood I was seeing.
So that tells you something, then. So we know Ronaldo is not a Martial because maybe we can say Martial doesn't have the attitude. He's not doing the passion thing. But Ronaldo, we know he loves Man United. We know for sure because he's done. He's won us titles. He's won us things. So it's not going to be him. It's not going to be down to him. Surely it can't be him. Maybe it's got to be a team thing then. If he's having that,
it has exactly. It has got to be a team. So, but as I said, Ollie is, waiting for individual brilliance. But sometimes you got to work as a team and to get the result.
Exactly. I just got to do some more shout outs and M6 Matty getting in. Donny can be Matic's legs. This is what I'm saying. You play 2 8s next to him, and that can help out. Yeah.
But then who do you drop?
Who do you drop? That's up to the management to do this and not have the favourites. That's what I'm saying. Some
I
people have to miss
Fred.
out. Yeah, Fred. That's the.
No, I meant like if you play Matic and Donny, right?
Yeah.
That means you're 4 ahead of you. You'll have an options of like Bruno, Pogba, Greenwood, Ronaldo. How would you sort of go about it then? So if you have Matic and Donny in midfield, like what would you do with that then? That's what I'm saying, because you can drop like Fred and McTominay will drop from Matic and Van der Beek anyway. But then you go in,
So
like,
maybe Pogba gets dropped then, where you have Van der Beek and Bruno as the 8s, because Pogba's not even committed right now. So maybe he has to sit on the bench until he commits or something like that. But these are the decisions you got to make as the management, isn't it? You've got to be cutthroat almost, haven't you? You got to say what's going to work for the team, despite the fact that I've got to leave these big bosses like Pogba on the bench, or maybe I have to leave Bruno on the bench for chemistry. But you got to trial it somehow.
Maybe.
But, okay, let me just say some more shout-outs. Ted Bakes, Matish doesn't have the legs, but I'm sure he's capable of playing 56 minutes every Prem game, and then bring on Fred or Mick Sauce to see the game out. I don't know if you bring on Fred to see the game out. You want to have a calm game when you bring someone on. And Mick Sauce, for me, sorry, he's a bit too quiet. I don't know what you guys think about McTominay, but I've said to Nathan before offline, he seems to be a passenger sometimes, and I'm not liking that. I think he leaves some of the jobs to Fred a bit too much.
Fred isn't good at passing, really, is he? He hasn't. He's got he runs around and loves to run around like a headless chicken. But apart from that, what else does he really do?
Provides a lot of energy.
So the thing is, I always hear people talk about, say, players in the past where you've they've tried hard or they've run around and stuff like that. But that for me is like a really poor excuse to hide their technical ability. Like there are players United have had in the past where they've not been the greatest players, but they've tried hard, but they've had a bit of something about them. Say Park Ji-sung, for example, right? Absolutely gave everything. Right, but he had a bit of ability about because score a goal here and there, he can get an assist here and there. Darren Fletcher, another one. You know what I mean? You have those sort of players, whereas like Fred and McTominay, they've got good sort of attributes about them in terms of stamina, but technically speaking, when you need that game against a lower block, they are not the pairing you should have. Against City,
Nicky Butt spring to mind as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like against Man City, perfect. You do pretty well against them. Usually we had Dan James against them as well, but we don't have them this year. But those two.
So Ole's selling like pace people that got pace, like Dan James. He's not really technical, and then he's got people like Sancho. So shouldn't that lead on to more technical tactics then? Because Sancho is not a pace guy. He's not a pace merchant, as some people say. So this is why I'm confused as to seeing still like that we're trying to rely on some counter attacks here. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Ole and the coaching staff, I think they have to change things going forward now, because we've got more technical players in there that we can't be doing the predominant counter attack that we used to do. Yeah, I think we've talked quite a bit about Villa now, so maybe we get onto Villarreal. Arsenal for life coming in. Villarreal embarrassed you, man, last time.
Didn't they also knock them out?
This is what I'm talking about with Arsenal fans.
Yeah,
they come in
semi-final.
Let me tell you what happened yesterday. I was chilling, I'm trying to calm down after Saturday's loss. So yesterday, Sunday, I was chilling, and then my bro sends me a message at like 10 p.m. and it's like a voice message, just laughing, because he's saying, "Oh yeah, you guys are looking like jokes against Villa. Oh, we've got our wins now against Spurs. They've only got 3 wins in a row, and then they want to talk to Man United fans already. They've only just got themselves to mid-table again. So it's like they can't. I don't think Arsenal fans can be laughing at us yet. It's like,
in all fairness, though, they're only 4. Well, the thing is, I looked at the results at the weekend and thought, do you know what? The defeat against Villa, it wasn't the end of the world considering what had happened in and around. Like, if you look at it, still 1 point off top. You sort of, because I think if Liverpool would have beaten Brentford and then beaten City, and if United dropped points next weekend, then I think it would have been not game over, but with a Liverpool team that what they can do, but with Arsenal, I found that funny considering they literally knocked them out in the round before they
exactly.
United in the final. But
they're still in the mud, and then any little loss. I know it's 3 losses out of 4 for Man United. Okay, it's bad form, but Arsenal, you've barely got a run together of 3. I bet if we look at the stats, they've not even had 3 wins in a row for a couple of seasons. They've barely got it this season. Okay, well done, guys. I'm surprised that Zane's not in here trying to laugh it up. You can't laugh yet unless you're in a title race. Don't chat to people in the title race. We're 1 point off, So let's get into talking about Villarreal then, guys. I've got a bit of news. It looks like Shaw and Maguire will be out. I looked at Manchester Evening News, and it's looking like they won't make it back in time. So Tellez is fit, and we know Lindelof is a favourite, so they will most likely start. But let's get into predicting some team lineups. G Wolf, what would you? Have you got a lineup for that Villarreal game?
I have. Basically, I think Ollie's going to go with that 4-2-3-1 formation, even though that he's going to stick with it. You can see it. He loves that formation.
Yeah.
That shitty counter-attacking gashness that we keep on seeing week in, week out over the past couple of weeks.
So you don't think he learns from that final? Because
you would have thought so. I think that we should go attacking 4-3-3. We did it against, wasn't it Leeds, who we beat 6-1?
5-1, yeah.
Or 5-1 as well?
Yeah.
6-0, what is it, last season as well with that?
6-2, no, was it 6-2 last season? Yeah, 6-2 last season, 5-1 this season.
There
you go. Did the formation really change, or did we just allow McTominay just to go forward a bit more? That's what I saw in.
Well, I think also
the first game.
I think that's also down to Leeds playing stupid kamikaze ball, which is praised. Yeah, press left, right, and centre, but still.
Exactly.
I won't go into that. Carry on.
Yeah. Right, what's your team?
So my team is David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Blunderloff, Tellez, McFred in the midfield, Sancho, Bruno, and Pogba with Cavani up top.
Sancho, Bruno, and Pogba. So Pogba still on the left?
So Pogba was still on the left, yeah.
Well, at least Sancho comes in. Okay.
And then Cavani. CR7 will be on the bench.
Really?
I think it. I really think it. I really think because of the guy wants to get Cristiano Ronaldo. He wants to play week in, week out.
Yeah.
Isn't
he's the goat? He's the goat. Yeah,
He is a goat. But I just got a funny feeling that Ollie's going to change it up with his team selection and pick Cavani over CR7. Or, tell you the truth, I don't know whether you've seen it. But I'm sure I read somewhere that Ollie said that he wouldn't mind playing a 4-4-2 formation with Cavani and CR7.
When's he going to try this?
That midfield twos could be kamikaze, isn't it?
Exactly.
When's he going to try this? Especially when we're on this form of 3 losses in 4. I don't. Have we got some friendlies scheduled where you can try with no pressure? But okay, Nathan, have you got your team ready?
So I don't know. I've been sort of going back and forth to sort of think whether Henderson might be given a run out, but I'm going to go with De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka suspended, obviously, because he got a red card against Young Boys, so he won't be playing. It'd be I reckon it'd be Dallo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because the comments are sort of going in on that as well. You got Dallo. You got Dallo, Varane, Lindelof, and Tellez. Midfield, I would go Matic because I don't.
What's your formation, by the way? Is it still 4-2-3-1 here?
No, 4-3-3. I'm not going 4-2-3-1. I don't want to see 4-2-3-1 at all. Just go 4-3-3. Just if we lose, screw it.
So this is what you want, Nate. This is not what you think Ole would do.
No.
Okay, carry on then.
If I chose what Ole want, Dan James will still be here in this day. But I'll go 4-3-3 with Matic. I'll go Matic, Van der Beek, and Bruno.
Okay. There's more technical players in there. That's what I like to hear.
Okay. I would risk dropping Pogba.
People are saying they want 4-4-2. The Barge Budgera, sorry, the Barge Bar Pujari 4-4-2. Jonathan Gallagher want 4-4-2. Yeah, people want attack, you know.
But yeah, I'd risk dropping Pogba, but I'd go Greenwood, Sancho, either flanks, and Ronaldo through the middle.
Greenwood, Sancho, and then
Greenwood
Ronaldo
on the right, Greenwood on the right, Sancho on the left, and then go Ronaldo through the middle.
So you're not thinking Cavani may start like G Wolf saying?
Nah, I think Cavani might be just still getting back at fitness, and plus as well, like since the game's on Wednesday, I think Ronaldo will be fine anyway because we played 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, so it's not as. But also, what I've noticed is that like I don't know whether it was the ruling that if you play away from home in the Champions League, the game if you're early kickoff on a Saturday, it gets changed, doesn't it? Or like it gets.
I'm
moved.
not sure.
Like I swear there was something about that, but it's like we've got a game Wednesday night, and then we're 12:30 kickoff against Everton next week as well. So it's a bit of a quick, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'd go for.
Okay,
but, yeah.
I just gotta give some more quick shout outs. Everyone getting in, Abs getting in here. Batman Knight fan, big up yourself. United Forever, thanks for getting in here. The Vuginator, one of the legendary mods, thanks for getting in here and doing some work for us. Ted Bakes getting in here. Please, everyone, please don't forget to like. And if you're new, please subscribe. And, this is free content. Yeah, so why not hit the like button? And so anyone that doesn't know, the Flying Pig is having a little bit of time off because, he does a lot of content. He's letting us get on here and represent him. So we might be back on with a bit of FIFA later. So you'll have the legend to come back. You'll have the Don come back and do some content for you guys later on. We've got some contention towards a 4-4-2 here. I don't see Ole doing 4-4-2. I don't really see it either. Rushmano, thanks for getting in here. 52 likes. Please keep hitting the likes, guys. What are you saying, Nathan?
Yeah, Ole using a 4-4-2. I don't particularly see it. I think so. Last time we used a 4-4-2, like, why am I thinking it was like PSG away where we tried to like buy it right back and like Andres Pereira at right wing or something like that. That's what I'm thinking of, but I might be wrong on that part. That's what I'm thinking. Because we beat PSG 3-1. And we had like Eric Bailly at right back and this, that, and the other.
Yeah. And
for some reason,
the first season of Ole's interim.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
For some reason, I'm thinking that was a 4-4-2, but I might be wrong on that part. But like, because it was something, it was like Rashford, Lukaku up top.
Yeah.
And then we had like Eric Bailly at right back and Ashley Young at right mid. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how the hell are we going to get through this?
That was a bit of a mess, I can't, because it was such a mess, I can't remember the formation. But yeah, it was definitely two up front. And yeah, Bailly at right back, he just didn't work. I don't know how we got away with it.
Yeah, but yeah, go on.
That was good times. There's some good nostalgia because I remember just when Rashford stepped up with that penalty and they went in. It was sheer euphoria. It was beautiful. Yeah. Guys, come on, when you're getting in here and you're just saying Ole out, how about you put a point in as to why? Not just saying it because what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, guys. But KK, yeah, thanks for getting in here. Let's see, John Gallagher, what are you disagreeing with? KK, I disagree. Okay. So that's what we have.
No, KK actually says that Ole is a PE teacher.
Okay, so he kind of elaborated on it. Okay.
So if he's a PE, he's the best PE teacher I see.
Yeah, but why do you think he's a PE teacher? How about you get that in, KK? Yeah. Because we're, I don't want to disrespect people, but I know Ole has to improve tactics for us being a big team. We have to see people like Greenwood, because I go back to Greenwood. I almost disliked him in that game against Villa, and I love Greenwood. But if someone's not telling them to stop taking shots, then we're going to dislike Greenwood. And who has to tell him? I don't think it's just got to be the players. It's got to be the manager's got to rein them in and say, okay, Greenwood, you've got to pass sometimes. The GOAT Ronaldo was throwing his hands up so many times. I couldn't believe it because
there was also
Greenwood wasn't passing.
Yeah, there was lots of times though where Greenwood got in, but his first touch just let him down like a couple of times as well. Where I think I was saying earlier about the ball sort of playing up the top. There were a couple of ones at the start where like he got played in, and literally a first touch sets him and he's gone. But then the first touch kept sort of letting him down, which obviously allows the defense to come back. So,
okay, guys, I just got to ask because we did the formations. What's your predictions on the score? G Wolf, what's your prediction for the score with your lineup?
2-1 United win.
2-1.
And I think it's going to be a tough 2-1.
So we're scraping again, or
Yeah,
are we looking good?
We'll play good in parts, but yeah, 2-1.
Okay, so that's been the story of the season with, kind of like people were mentioning earlier, relying on individual brilliance because that's what happens in moments. So, okay, Nathan, what are you saying?
Do what's really mad? Like whenever Ole gets sort of backed into a corner, sort of when things are going against him, he always sort of comes out of it in a really good sort of shape where it gives fans a bit more like optimism and belief. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like
I just got to come in there. This is why I don't question the players' mentality because they go to the trenches for Ole. Yeah, because when you just said what you said, I'm thinking about the Everton game last season. Remember when his job, Pochettino was advertising himself for the job, and Ole had to get some results, and I think we beat them like 3-1 or something. Bruno, couple goals. Ole was in that trough of the peak. He was at the bottom, and we had to get results. We went on an amazing run. So
it's like how I think during that first sort of couple of months when he was when he had his first season when he's fully in charge, I think United was sort of like lumbering around 14th, 13th, and then you'll get like a result where it was like 2-0 against Man City at the Etihad. You know, it was sort of results like that that sort of gave him, but it sort of going back to the point of score.
By the way, Batman saying the same as G Wolf 2-1. Yeah, go on, Nathan.
I'm going 3-1. The reason why is because I think it's weird. It's like, although Simon Varane, and Varane looks very, very, very good. I mean, I can't believe there were people actually doubting his sort of abilities in the Premier League, considering what he's won, etc., etc. But I think we still do have a mistake in us, and I don't know why. Yeah. It's sort of individually. It's like, individually wise, it's so often made mistakes this season. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1. I think this will be the sort of game United do bounce back with. However, I will say if United do lose, the pressure's going to be ramped up even more because because you know what the fan base is like. It's like when they got beat by West Ham, it was ramped up but people were sort of I know a trophy's a trophy, and I'm not sort of getting away from that. But I've never seen so many people care about the Carabao Cup in my life as what they did on like when United got knocked out. Do you know what I mean? It was.
But people are saying because Ole's not won anything, he shouldn't be.
I know that part, but it's like this season does not. Like looking back on it, right? And this season, because of what's happened with Ole building the squad and the signings United have made, this, that, and the other, the season doesn't rest on the Carabao Cup. It always rests on the two big trophies you compete in. The Carabao Cup and the FA Cup are now seen as bonuses. Do you know what I mean? So, like,
or they could be seen as a foundation because remember Pep, he's been winning leagues, but he likes to win that foundation of that Carabao Cup. He likes to go for that every time. He's greedy. He likes to keep his hand on that.
In all fairness, when they won the Carabao Cup the first time, the league was already sort of in the bag anyway. So it was like it wasn't as if he wins it, and that was the reason why they went on to win the league. They was always going to win the league anyway because by Christmas they were about 15 points clear. So, I'm going to say 3-1. I think Ronaldo, if he's playing through the middle, he will score. If he's shuffled out to the left, he's going to find it hard, which. I don't want to see Ronaldo on the left. I'd rather see him just playing as his lone striker.
Yeah, he's the fox in the box now. But I've got to ask you about this real quick then, because we heard G-Wolf's view on the individual brilliance. I don't know if we heard your view on, because Rushmano, one of the great mods in here, getting here, big up yourself for doing some work right now.
Yeah.
Nathan, what's your view on the individual brilliance? Because Rushmano is confused as to why we're discussing it.
I see what you mean, because there are times where you're looking at play, and this like looking at sort of what was it? I'm trying to think. You look at it sort of like consistent patterns of play, and there are times where like here and there we have been bailed out by, say, sort of a bit of individual brilliance, because sometimes the play you sort of do question what the style of play is. It's like we say, is it counter-attacking? You know, that might be it, but then obviously you can't counter-attack against every single team, because not every single team is going to set up the same way.
You put it in a nutshell there. So Rushmano, if I don't know, can you hear a bit of echo, anyone right now? I think that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I was saying, yeah, Rushmano, that's that's a viewpoint on the individual brilliance thing then, because when you do rely on counter-attack, you don't necessarily have patterns. You soak up the pressure, and then because we have a lot of pace on the wings, we've had it with Rashford, we've had it with a little bit of Greenwood. When they just counter, it's just a basic ball over the top, bang, and then someone bails us out, and we've not built up the play to actually go and get the goal. We soak up pressure. We're not looking that good. We're just defending, clearing the ball, and then bang, Rashford's gone down the wing, done a few step overs, cut and shoot. Yeah. It's not really team play if you analyze it compared to other systems that go on, like with Tuchel or with Pep's tiki-taka. So that's why people mention individual brilliance a little bit on that, Let's see, people coming in. Atrix United, thanks for coming in here. Vincent Bullock. I can't even say this name properly. Come on. Irfana Kirdali, thanks for getting in here. Ole Out now, Conte or Zidane now. Okay, so we've got a fan a little bit impatient right now. Then, guys, what are we thinking about how much time that Ole will actually get to rectify the situation then? G-Wolf, what are you thinking?
What, Ole Out now?
How much time do you think that Ole's going to get now? And then
he's going to get until the end of the season. We never get rid of the manager unless, because of basically the Glazers want top 4. That's all they're happy about. Yeah. So what they would do is, until it's mathematically impossible for us to get in top 4, then they will sack the manager.
But okay, let me put this to you then. Maybe there's another variation of that. Maybe the fans, they're getting a bit angry anyway, because we see on social media, that's a big reflection of what people are thinking. And Twitter, when you go on there, we see a lot of people have debates saying different things. There's people that have been like very, they've backed Ole a lot. They've backed Ole a lot, and some people are even questioning now that have been very, behind Ole. Yeah, will it come to a point where maybe fans stop buying merchandise, or fans stop, or maybe fans even walk out a little bit? Maybe that affects what the Glazers are thinking about, because I think that Ole gets top 4, yeah, and we've seen that's the minimum that the Glazers want. But maybe fans stop buying stuff, and then that maybe
I still think that Ole gets the end of the season. My honest opinion, I think things will change around. It's not going to be like this forever. Ole, he always tries and change it, and as Nathan said, he said earlier that I've forgotten the wording now.
All right, I've forgotten everything I've said in this podcast as well. So
just relax, you got it. You're defending Ole, then come on. So you're a very big Ole.
I am very big Ole.
Yeah.
Right. So, I just think that Ole should when he's backed into a corner. This is what I was going to say. When he's backed into a corner, he always does the business. He always manages to get the correct result. And then if he keeps on, follows that up and then keeps on following it up with brilliant performances and good results, then I think all this Ole Out business will be gone. But at the moment, we're going through a difficult patch. But we've been going through this on and off since last season, I would say.
Yeah,
So
because wouldn't you like to see like this a stability where
I
it's
would
like,
like to see a different formation than the 4-2-3-1 formation.
but we've seen though, Ollie likes to lock in with pragmatism, especially when
He
losses are
does.
coming in. Like I've said before, the form guide, 3 losses out of 4. We've seen what happens to Ollie when losses start coming in. He starts to get a bit cagey. He loves Fred and McTominay, who are I've described them as yard dogs in front of the back 4. They're just barking and biting any kind of balls that are trying to interfere with the defense. He likes having that and then go for counter attack. But we're doing the Villarreal preview. I can't see that happening against Villarreal, who are just going to sit in there. They're the yellow submarine. They're going to park an ugly submarine for Manchester to try and break down. So,
But then maybe Ollie might go all out attack.
can we see that though, Nathan? Can we see an
thing is,
all-out attack that we need to see? We're not all out attack, but within
yeah, I
reason.
know. It's just I keep sort of pondering on the sort of situation with Ollie in a minute. I know I said earlier it was a bit of like a reactionary thing about how like after the Carabao Cup in particular, it was more people wanted his head and stuff like that, basically on the silver plate because we didn't win the Carabao Cup. And I think my point, what I made was that is that the Carabao Cup, when you look towards the start of the season, I know Ollie's not won anything, but you look towards the start of the season, it's not as important as, say, the other 2, the big ones. So I just want to make a point on the Ollie thing is that, like, yeah. I think you're right about the Glazers not they just care about the top 4 because it's Champions League money, etc., etc. But there's a certain cut-off point where you say a club like Man United, if you finish in top 4 and that's all you finish in every season, there needs to be a cut-off where you have to bring in another manager because it's as much as I think Ollie will leave us in a better position than what the previous managers have. I think that can't be sort of undisputed because Mourinho, obviously, you saw what happened with him.
Very toxic.
Yeah, Van Gaal is a case of, all right, he won a trophy, but it's like, the
football was too boring and he didn't get Champions League. He didn't meet the requirements, the minimum. Yeah.
However, with Ollie, this season for me, this is where I'm really sort of criticizing him because it's like it's now the 3rd season. He's got a squad. Like we know there's weaknesses. We've all sort of mentioned, the obvious weakness, but it's like he has got a squad to challenge and compete for the league. And for me, just going on topic, Willie, a title challenge for me is say like if you push him towards the last few games of the season, if you finish second but 12 points behind, that's not a title challenge whatsoever. Because all you've done is just finish in a position and you don't.
Our tips United saying Ollie needs to adapt and do subs early rather than waiting. We did have to wait for a Cavani sub 81st minute. I thought that was too long. That's his problem, and also his formation and team selection. He needs to change before it's too late. So, do you really see a tactical change though?
Yeah, the thing is, like I said, he's like when he's been in this position before, he has sort of come out of it on the better end of the stick, whether that be through results, whether people say it's individual brilliance, whether people say it isn't, or the narrative about, say, people like he relies on penalties to win games, that whole like Bruno Fernandes like thing or whatnot back in the day.
That's now, but Fernandes is missing pens now. I don't know what's going on.
But that's one of them. It's like he's come out every time he's got in that situation. He's come out of it. I will say about the substitution thing though, it does annoy me because we saw in the Europa League final how late he made those changes. He basically brought players on for penalties, like Gareth Southgate did in Euro 2020 final. There needs to be a bit of there needs to be a bit more proactiveness with the substitutions. I completely agree with that. But I think that's one thing he has to learn. And like I agree with that comment there. If he doesn't learn and the formation doesn't change.
That's the thing. See, that is positive to say. Will he learn? Because the performances are not that great. Last season, we saw the performances were patchy, but we get results. This time, last season, we maybe scraped this result against Villa, but we're still playing bad. So this season, we've been caught out. Yeah. So if you do things correctly, you're going to tend to get the correct result. Yeah. So I just want to ask the chat then: Do you guys think the tactics will change? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys think that the tactics will change. I just want to see what the people have said in the chat. But if we move forward, I don't think I even said my team actually. So I'll just say my team anyway. I'm just gonna go with because I had what I think like what I want to happen, but it's not gonna happen. So I just gotta say like what I think Ole will do. He will do De Gea in goal, obviously. Dalot, Varane, and Lindelof. I think you guys said Lindelof as well, isn't it? I don't know where Bailly. Where is I would actually I want Bailly to start, but I only see Lindelof coming in because of what we've seen in the young boys game, and then when Maguire was injured, Lindelof is the third choice, isn't he? So he comes in. Tellez on the left. Tellez is fit, so he comes in on the left. I see McTominay still being used. I think Fred comes out. I think he maybe listens to what people are saying about Fred and he gives him a rest, puts Matic in. So McTominay, Matic. So the formation is still 4-2-3-1. Bruno as number 10. Pogba, I think I still see him out there. I think Nathan, you said you saw Pogba. You see Pogba still starting on the left, right?
No, I had Pogba dropped.
Yeah, Pogba dropped. Was it G Wolf said Pogba on the left, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I got Ronaldo. I don't see Cavani starting again. G Wolf. I just don't see Cavani coming in, mate. I think Ronaldo's going to be pissed after that penalty miss, and he's saying, "Ole, you better not even try dropping me." That's what I see happening. And then Sancho coming in because Ronaldo, for me, he's going to talk to Ole and say, "I need a service," and Greenwood was not passing. This is what I see Ronaldo saying. Greenwood was not passing. You better play Sancho for that service. Yeah, that's what I see happening. I don't know if people were voting on it, even if they see tactics happen. So let me just see what people are voting. So 2 is obviously opposite to what I was saying. So Artix United doesn't see tactics changing. I don't know what number 3 is. Flying Pig saying 1, he does see the tactics changing. Tekken, 2 doesn't see it changing.
I think the 3 was because I think Pig put 1, the Artix put 2, and the other person put 3. So I think they were just trying to go in order. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, not many votes there, but yeah, I don't think people see the tactics changing. Another big thing that just came to my mind because I was talking about it earlier is that who is gonna imagine, because it's gonna be a cagey game, right? Playing Villarreal, they like to park that bus. We're gonna have a lot of possession, so there may be chances where we get in the box and maybe Villarreal making some shady challenges. We get a penalty. Is Bruno still on pens? G Wolf. G Wolf, you're on mute, man.
Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, he would want to prove, make amends for what he did last against Villa. So yeah, I would say that he would take a penalty again, but it depends. If CR7 or Cavani.
That was a bad miss, though. G Wolf.
It was a bad miss, but Bruno don't normally miss those penalties.
I remember Pigo
he is very
saying,
reliable.
G Wolf, I remember Pigo saying that the ball went into orbit. And
it
did. one of the mods that was in here, Shazad Ahmed, big up to him. I don't know if he's in the chat. He said he said the ball landed in his garden. It was that bad. So can CR7 permit Bruno to even make it up?
Well, that's the thing. It's if Ronaldo or Cavani are on the pitch and there's a penalty, one of them two are going to step in and say, "Oh no, you missed last time, big time."
Exactly. Nathan, what are you saying, man?
I don't know because I saw Bruno was posting about it, and it's like ever say he's sorry and whatnot. But it's like players thing is, I know it was sort of a crunch situation, but players miss penalties more often probably think. Do you know what I mean? It's like you dust yourself off. If the manager trusts you, you go again.
That's true. He's got a good conversion record, hasn't he?
And also, do you remember when at the start of Ollie's reign where he had I think it was game against Norwich where Martial and Rashford both missed penalties. It's 3-1 win. And then they were missing penalties here and there. I think Mata took a couple, but when Bruno came in and he had consecutive sort of run with it, he stayed as the penalty taker. But before Bruno came in, Ollie was sort of changing because of people who were missing penalties. If that makes sense.
I just gotta say, Arctic United. That's funny though. I don't like the comment, but it's funny. I think Bruno's penalty landed in the Etihad Stadium. That's
At least we've got a bit of atmosphere coming off the ground anyway. Carry on.
Go on.
But I think if I was I'll let Bruno sort of be on penalties for now. If it gets to a situation where it's becoming more consistent, give Ronaldo the penalties. But yeah, because you don't know whether Bruno's the type of player where if you take him off penalties or you deny him the chance to take penalties, you don't know whether that's going to affect him like mentally, whether he thinks the manager doesn't trust him, etc., etc. But
I hear what you're saying. Rushmano, thanks for counting like 68 likes. People coming in. Pigo is taking a little bit of a time off. He gets tired. He was in here early. I don't know if he's still in here. His back is hurting, so obviously he has to have a little bit of help with the content. But if you can just keep dropping likes, this helps out the Flying Pig United Brigade. Like and subscribe if you're new, please. Share it out. We're going to be on here for about 20 minutes more. Let's see what other people are saying. John is Reckless. Thanks for getting in here. Hi, Piggy. Just saw you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's going to be on for FIFA later, I think. So Pigo's doing all right. Munib Siddiqui, thanks for coming in. Trust in Ole, please. Keep those safe hands firmly on the wheel. Are people even still singing Ole's at the wheel, though? Any of you guys?
Yeah, they've changed because it used to have Sanchez in it. But obviously Sancho now is in, instead of literally just replace Sanchez with Sancho in the chant.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm not really like up with these new chants yet. I mean, ever since the Ole at the wheel thing kind of got stale for me, I'm not even trying to hear stuff yet because I want to see good football. For me, I'm a Man United fan. I'm a football fan as well. I mean, I respect that people want Ole to do well. I mean, I've heard people say they've had arguments like with someone being Ole out, someone being Ole in. The Ole in person said, I don't want change because I want to win cups with the legend. That would be beautiful. It would be beautiful if a legend comes in, saves us from Jose, takes us to cups. But we have to look at the football that's there. We have to look at what's going on. We have to see if this football is entertaining us and if it has a high ceiling towards getting cups. That's all we got to do. Yeah, we got to see if this has longevity. And yeah, we can't keep scraping wins because at the moment it's not going to plan. So that's why I was asking, are these tactics going to change? Because I don't want to dislike Greenwood for taking shots too much. The coaching system's got to tell him, stop shooting that much. And yeah, big up to Shazad, said I agree with Eddie O2. I want to see good football. I don't know what everyone else is saying. I mean, yes, if it's just results and we get results and then we get the trophies that we get, okay, I would agree with that, even if performances are sacrificed. But we've seen recently some performances going downhill, results not coming in. So yeah, we'll have to see, if it can be turned around. And I'm just thinking right now, Ole can't just be the one to blame. It's the coaching staff around him. But then doesn't Ole have any clout where he can say, okay, you can tell the Glazers, maybe I need some better stuff to help me out. We've seen Sir Alex come in after a few years when he was winning. He needed people like Carlos Queiroz, Rene Mullenstein to come in and do some extra tactics for him, because we saw Arsenal when they were good. They were doing some champagne football, and Alex got in some different coaches. So G-Wolf, what's your thoughts on that again? I think we talked about it before, but do you see Ole changing any of these coaching people in the crew?
No, not really. It would be nice if he could, but didn't he get in that new
set piece?
Yeah, that new set piece coach. What's he done since he's been there?
I don't know. We just conceded from a set piece too. That Hauser guy getting the goal. So
there you go. See,
I don't know if it's working.
Time will tell. But
okay.
as I said, apart from that, I don't think he will change. I don't think he will change any of the backroom staff, even though that he needed. If he does, it probably won't be until the end of the season. He'll probably keep it the same.
Well, some people are not looking that positive in the chat. Ole won't win anything tactical. No, I think he meant to say no tactical know-how. Okay, it's a bit harsh. I mean, he does do counter attack, but there, like we've discussed, we need to be able to break down low blocks as a big team. Shazad Ahmed, Ole needs new coaches. I agree with that. That's why I brought that up. John
Yeah, he does, but
Tracy.
he won't get them.
I mean, the Ole is the manager, right? He's got to manage. I mean, the Glazers love him, so why won't he try to help himself? Help himself. I mean, are Carrick and McKenna that much of his friends where he can't say, I love you guys. We can stay chatting after, but maybe you guys need to go to Southfield FC and do your job there because this is Man United and we need like big time tactics. Maybe it has to be cutthroat, you know, because people have said maybe Ole's a bit too nice, you know. That's why the morale's been increased at the club. That's what I love. I love that the morale's been increased because Jose was a troll and he victimized the club. He made me so miserable when he was talking about I need player heritage. What's the player heritage? I came here with my Porto team. All this bullshit that he was saying when we went out of the Champions League. Jewel, for you're right, mate. You liked that.
It's like Prime Undertaker in the background.
We're gonna see fire and brimstone in the back. Yo, Jewel, you good, yeah?
Sorry about that, dude. I told I said to the wife, "Oh, can you turn the light on?" And she turned it off.
She's trolling you. She's trolling you. Why is she trying to sabotage you, G-Wolf? What's going on?
Nah, she's all right.
Big up to Remy. Big up to Remy Suzumori getting in here.
Yeah.
Don't decide substitute and change tactics during games. But they can advise, though. He's saying coaches don't decide, substitute, and change tactics during the game. Okay,
yeah, but they talk during the game, though, don't they? And say what can they change up during the game. You see Ollie and Carrick all the time chatting on the sidelines about what they can do with subs and stuff like that. But
I just seen an interesting comment from Vujonator. I want Nathan to get in on this. What about players not being able to pass to each other? Is that Ole's non-tactical nous or the players not being good enough? And I don't mean Mick Fred. I mean the so-called worldies. Nathan, what you got on that? What do you think?
I think that just comes. The thing is, like, Ollie obviously, like when we've talked about say Greenwood being selfish, and Ronaldo being selfish, and things like that. Obviously, Ollie can't control. I'm going to try and word it here so it doesn't sound like I'm really stupid, but Ollie can't control what the players make in-game decisions for. Do you know what I mean? Like, say if a player forgets to play the final pass, or say if a player forgets sort of take a touch before he's back to shoot, that's not on Ollie. Like that's not Ollie's sort of fault. That's the player's individual decision, obviously. Yeah. However, I think there is a point where you do have to question his tactical nous as a manager because it's like you said about the coaches and this, that, and the other. The point I wanted to bring up was that you know how obviously Ollie maybe wants to bring back the United way, you know, sort of playing it in this playing the United way of football. But the United way of football, you could possibly say is compared to the evolution of football in the past 10 years, maybe slightly outdated to what teams are doing nowadays. So
that's what I've been saying.
You need to bring in different coaches who have a knowledge of, say, today's style of football to sort of not get rid of the United way, but adapt it. You know, adapt it to the modern day sort of elements of
philosophy.
Football. Modern day philosophy of football where you can go, right, okay, it's a different way, but you still have the same principles of the United way. You know, you're still bringing in youth, you're still playing attacking football, but it's slightly tweaked, you know. But,
exactly, because you can still have what Ole's saying. We've heard him in the press conferences. I believe in the passion side. Why can't that be balanced with some tactics as well? Like, I'm not saying Ole has no tactics, but you know, I'm talking about not just counter attack. I'm talking about what kind of runs are players making? What kind of interplay are they doing in midfield? What are the passing triangles? It is sometimes it's basics when you look at it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like just reduce it to like just looking at the game of FIFA, but that was going to be my reference. I go on on FIFA the game, and you see that mode where you can do your team management and you can set the instructions for players. You can tell one player to make runs in behind. You can tell one player to come deep. You can tell another player you overlap. We don't see enough of these, I don't think. We see a lot of random play. We don't see enough of a formula of, okay, Wan-Bissaka overlaps here, but then Greenwood goes to this position all the time and does a 1-2 with him. We see a player sometimes gets the ball, take a few touches. Okay, it slows down. They pass it sideways. We see a lot of that because, you know, if things were implemented in the system, we'd see better performances for sure because of what Nathan's saying. Other people are playing systems, and we just the other day, people have been saying Brentford playing good football. They've just been promoted, and people are talking about their system of football.
Even Brighton as well. Brighton's one of them teams that
Brighton, Leeds as well. It's like you're saying, Nathan, these are the times. So sometimes you can't just play by your own rules. You've got to adapt to the game that's going on around you, isn't it? So you've got to have a system in play. And as a big team too, you've got to be controlling games and not sitting deep and doing counter attack. Because we've seen what happened against Villa. We've seen because of Wolves. I think at Wolves we should have been exposed. We should. If you're honest, we should have lost that game.
Yeah, but it's one of them games against Wolves where you kind of go, all right, didn't play well, but you look past it because you get the win. Do you know what I mean? It's like the thing is, you don't mind games like that because you're gonna get a game like that every so
often.
Every so often you get a game where you've not played great, but if you get out with it with a win or say next best result a draw, say if you are successful at the end of the season, you can go that's a game where you can sort of put it down to. But I don't mean it's just there are times where it's just frustrating because
it's frustrating because Nathan, you say that and people they tend to come in with the fact that you can't play good every week and then the best teams win playing bad, but that exception can't become the rule, can it? The rule's got to be good football most of the time getting the results, isn't it? As a big team,
it's open to debate because I think I've said on this is that you can technically speaking play really you can sort of scrape 1-0 wins every week and still win the league by a technical fee. You can win every week 1-0 playing really defensive football and win the league. Obviously, it's impossible to do in the state of the current climate. But
I mean, you just reminded me of Jose when he was doing the 1-0 to the Chelsea thing. Yeah, but the thing is, there was a certain wing play that he would have with like Robben and Duff. And with Drogba up front at one point, I think that was under Jose Mourinho's tenure. They were amazing with their interplay, and they because when I used to watch them, sometimes they would have good attacking play as well as that. They'd get 1-2 goals and then sit in. They start off well rather than what Man United do a lot of the time, which is we go down and then we have to be scratching, fighting in the trenches, and we're not composed. So. I just see pragmatism working when you've done the work first. You've done the attack and play first, and then you can relax. So that's what I see it as. Flying Pig in the building. Can we smash 100 likes? Come on. I mean,
what we at now, by the way?
I actually don't know. One of the mods got to enlighten me because I don't even know how to check. My fault there. But people... Yeah, we wouldn't be on here unless Pigo was saying that we're actually worthy of being on here. So you gotta give us likes for representing the brand. Please like and subscribe. All the links are in the description. Get in the description. Put your subscription in there. It's free. If you want to do a super chat, you can do that.
We're on 80 likes according. We're on 80 likes according to Rushmano, so we need 20 more.
There we go. 80 likes, Rushmano. Big up yourself. Thanks to Charlie 2020 Legendary King for getting in here asking where's Pig. Okay, I just explained anyway. Before, Pig goes on just taking a bit of a rest. He's got a little bit of back pain, so he's like resting, letting us get in here, trying to do a fan debate. He's going to be on here with FIFA, I think, a little bit later on. So just stay tuned for that. Ellie's getting into place. Hello to you, Big God Bob. Don't big yourself up too much, will you, pal? Okay, I don't know what Big Gob's been saying. But big up to yourself. He's been getting some last shows with super chats. Getting to the end of the show, last 10 minutes. I was saying before we could just do questions and answers, guys. So just guys, get in what questions you want to be answered about, like the Villarreal game. We're going to talk about guys, get in your prediction actually for the Villarreal game. What do you think is going to happen with the scoreline? And just getting any other questions. We're going to be on here for about another 10 more minutes.
So I just in the comment there. Griffo said Pig is losing his job.
Pig, isn't it? Okay, that's
Eddie's taken over.
now, Griffith, don't set me up for that because people know who the real Don is. So don't even try. Don't try this rivalry stuff. I mean, we do it enough with Man United. Some people are Bruno FC. Some people are Pogba FC. Let's not do it with the fan channel here. Come on, Griffo. But thanks anyway for your input there, mate. We got Munib Siddiqui saying 2-1 United. Doomslayer has to be a Doomslayer. 2-1 to Villarreal. Villarreal are not going to score anything when they're going to park a submarine. What 2 goals are they going to get? Maybe score one.
In all fairness, they did get one against United in the Europa League final because Emery out-tactics Solskjaer in that final.
That's what I'm saying. You maybe get 1 goal. They're not going to get 2. Surely they don't get 2, though. They couldn't even counter-attack in that game properly. They got, what, from a set piece? We've got a set-piece coach now. We can't concede from set pieces now. So there's no way that Villarreal are going to score 2. I'm not having that. Or not having that. Arsenal for life. Obviously, we can tell by his name he's going to troll. That's a trolling result. 3-0. What? They're not the bigger team. Right? They're not going to do that. Arctic saying, I'm hoping for United 3-2. Okay. Actually, I don't want to see that. It's just hope. I want to be confident of the win. You know? That's what I'm saying. Griffith Chaz. Tune in and disappointed when it's not. Yo, Griffith Chaz, thank you, man. Hope to see you on another show in the future, man. Thanks for your input, mate. Big gob.
We just find out that Griffith's no longer allowed on this channel, and then we go back and watch the stream and realise that's why. Like,
you started some beef now. You can't come at the Don because you may even stop me coming on if people are saying the same thing. But we know this. We know it's jokes. Griffith, thanks for the banter. Thanks for getting in with the banter, mate. That's what we need after that Villa loss. We need good banter like that, you know.
Yeah, it's like I say, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, sort of situation.
Exactly. AR Dan, thanks for getting in here. It will be 5-1 and piss off Ole Outers. Okay, let's try and keep it respectful though. I mean, if Ole Outers make good points, let's debate. Let's debate as to why Ole should stay and as to why he should go out. So let's try and keep it nice in the chat. Reginator, very passionate. He's a bit like G Wolf, United. I know that's what G Wolf's thinking right now. That's what you're thinking.
Exactly.
But would love to see it balanced out with some, just some dominating tactics. We know the United way. Youth, courage, and success is the slogan. So let's see some more courage. I want to see that. Shazad, I don't know if I saw that before. 4-1 United. We've got some positivity in here.
That's what we love to see.
That's what I like to see. Let's give it a clap for Shazad with the positivity.
I mean, if you've jinxed the result and it's 4-1 Villarreal, the clapping's going to look a bit.
Oh yeah. I think I know what he means there. Yeah, Shazad, just confirm you mean United winning 4-1 because that would be mad if you're predicting Villarreal do that. Big God Bob. The Melt Bridge said 2-0 to United. I don't know who's melting. I don't know who's melting right now, but hopefully Man United don't melt. Guys, I mean, we've discussed quite a bit. Guys, still keep getting in your questions. G Wolf, do you think we're going to get any sexy football though? I don't know. We've talked about it. But
I would like it. But ain't gonna happen.
Maybe the individual players start doing.
Yeah, but the only thing is, it shouldn't be just individuals. It should be as a team. The whole team. You've got 11 players on that pitch. Every single one of them has got to fight for each other.
Yeah.
Right? They've got to work together and not this individual brilliance. Yeah, some players are better than others, but the workhorses is the engine room of the team. So the people that run, like Fred, McTominay and all that, they've got to step it up a gear. That's the way that this is like, we know who the best players are, right? We know who the top players are.
There's a lot of good players in there.
Pardon?
A lot of good players in there, bro.
There is, but you need those workhorses as well to do the running for you. So then we can work as a team, and then you'll see the attacking, sexy football that everyone wants to see.
That's true. I was gonna say a shout out to Aidan McDonald, Eddie. I think Ole should be assistant coach because he does everything else well, but a top tactical mind. Guys, Nathan, could you even see Ole even taking a step back after he's been what should be the Don at United? Because I can't see that happening.
See, there's been a lot of, like, I wouldn't say assistant coach. Like, I think for him, sort of maybe like since he's got his dream job and things like that, I think if he takes a back seat and watches someone else do it from the sidelines, he might be a bit like, taken aback by that. Do you know what I mean? But
he's going to be envious, man. He's going to be seething.
Yeah, but I can see him, like, they've been talking maybe if they get like a different manager, so like a Conte or a Zidane, that Ole goes upstairs into the boardroom as sort of like overseeing director of football type of thing, because you can see the sort of the vision he does want for the club. He might not be the man to bring them to that point, but in his head, he knows what the club should be. But that'll be my opinion on that. I think if Ole were to sort of get sacked, I think they might offer him an opportunity upstairs.
Yeah. By the way, Flying Pig saying 4-0 United. That's very positive. That'd be awesome to see. But then Ole going to director of football. Would that be a promotion? Maybe that could be flipped into a positive thing where it's like he's not getting sacked, he's just getting promoted. Nathan?
Nah, because I think, like I said, for him, it's his dream job to manage the club. I think having to sort of be upstairs and oversee it, he might. I don't think it's promotion either. Like you're working for Man United. I think that'll be his sort of his mantra for it. It wouldn't be a like. I can see what it means. Obviously, you'll be in a boardroom, but I don't know. It just I don't think it was sort of people really concentrate on that much. I think for the people who want him out, out as a manager, they'll just be happy that he's not managing the club anymore if he goes upstairs. So,
yeah, I mean, it's so debatable as to like because it'll be great if he goes to be director of football and they actually say to Ole, you've got control over getting players in, because I question as to how much Ole was listened to when we see players like Van der Beek come in, 40 million, and he's not being picked. Because why? If Ole is buying Van der Beek, 40 mil is a lot, and you're not using them. You're not using them enough. And then with Sancho a little bit. I mean, there's the debate that people are saying Van der Beek still needs to adapt. Sancho needs to adapt. It's just a bit weird that it's multiple players that were doing great stuff in the Champions League need to have this much time to adapt to what Man United is doing. I mean, this is ultimately why I think that the tactics have to become a bit more technical rather than the passion thing, which Ole is saying. I want a good balance of passion and tactics. You can have that. Nathan, you were saying that before. You can have a balance.
Yeah,
you can manage it.
You can have a balance, and like I said, there are going to be games where you're going to be up against it. If you scrape out with a win, you don't really care, because it's like that in more instances than not, that the next week's going to be you'll be back to your best, not back to your best, but back to a consistent style of play, more or less.
Yeah, you go back to the fundamentals. Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. Jonathan Gallagher saying, I'm fed up of sacking managers. Okay.
So am I.
G-Wolf, I mean...
Yeah, I'm fed up with sacking managers. Like, we sacked Moyes. Then we had an interim manager in Giggs. Then I
forgot about him. Yeah.
Then we had Louis van Gaal. Sacked him after 2 seasons. Or was it 3?
I think
it was 2.
Because he won the FA Cup, then he...
Yeah, and then we got Mourinho. He was here for his statutory 3 season.
You see, G-Wolf, this is where it comes to... It's like you got to look at the decisions that the Glazers were making. They were getting in defensive coaches. I don't get...
Exactly, they were.
I don't get Van Gaal. I don't get Mourinho. Because it's not, they don't relate to the attack, the Man United way. And then, disappointingly, we've seen pragmatism from Ole as well. So it's like, if I don't like sacking managers. I want longevity. I've always said this as well. But then, if you still have to get to the Man United attacking way and it's not coming, then maybe you have to sack again. I say maybe. This is why Ole, I believe Glazers will give him time because he's been getting top four. But
That's it.
I don't know if the fans are going to stay on side. I mean, I'll be honest. I can't back Ole if he keeps doing what we're seeing because I'm a fan at the end of the day. I love Man United, but I come to watch football as well as my team win. I don't want to just back bad performances because we see what it can lead to. It leads to these patches of bad results. It leads to we get some wins and we kind of. I've heard it called. It's been called money heist football. It's almost like we're stealing wins. How are we stealing wins as the bigger team? How are we stealing wins against Wolves and then people, rival fans? That's why Arsenal fans are still trying to talk to us because we're stealing wins. It's like we should be up there and be confirmed as the top dogs in the title race. Not people telling us, "Oh, you snatched it against Wolves," or "Look at what you did against Southampton." We've got to see dominance. I mean, we're in the third full year of Ole's tenure, so. We've got a big squad now. We've got Ronaldo, we've got Varane, we've got Sancho. If you pay, in my opinion, if you pay 75 mil for a winger, he's got to be plugged in. He's got to be working now. For me, to be honest, because we saw what he's done in the Champions League. So I don't want to keep hearing about adaptation and all this kind of thing. I want to see the coaching staff implement these guys they've bought. That's just me, though, guys.
Yeah, true.
So, okay, we're going to wrap up in a bit. I just want to say shout out to Big God Bob, Jonathan Gallagher, Batman Night Fan, Rushmano, Mason M, JW92. What are you saying, lad? Watford are the worst for Saka manager. I swear they had like 3 to 4 managers in the last season. See, I hate that kind of stuff. And this is Chelsea's fault because we always see like, when a big team starts to do something that's like it's just there where it seems to be working for them because we've seen Chelsea they've sacked a lot of managers and they tend to win stuff still. How many managers have they been through since like when they first were getting the money bags in with Jose? They went and got like Ancelotti, that Brazilian manager. They got I forgot. I think that the Jewish guy. What's his name?
Yeah,
Scolari.
Avram Grant. Who else?
Ranieri.
That's when they started getting the money bags in.
Yeah,
got him. Then Jose came in. So we've named about 5 there already. So people are thinking.
I think all in all, didn't they? They had Di Matteo as well, who won the Champions League with them.
Champions League at interim, and then I think that should give you a bit more time to implement what you're going to do. Because as soon as it looked dangerous as to like maybe them not qualifying for Champions League, they're like, get out. Even though they had the Champions League, it's like maybe you give them a whole season still to see what.
But in all fairness, Chelsea is like their owner, like compared to United, is they've put. Like he's literally the reason why they're in this situation where they can hire and fire managers and compete on a state like on the level. And people sort of criticize the model of it, but you can't really criticize it when it's like, okay, it's bad. They don't really have like you can't really name a manager that's been there for say 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But then you look at the trophies they've won and you go,
but surely it runs out. Surely they're going to go through all the guys.
Here's the thing, when Lampard joined Chelsea, I think some of their fan base might have sat there thinking, okay, right, we're going to go for like a long-term thing now because we've got like an up-and-coming manager who it's basically similar to like an Ollie sort of thing. We've got a manager that he knows the club, this, that, and the other. He's going to build a legacy. Then last year, obviously Lampard got sacked. They bring in a far greater manager in Tuchel, and they win the Champions League with the same squad. And I'm not saying we do that with Ollie, but but it has been proven time and time that Chelsea's model does work, no matter how much you can criticise it. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a comment there because someone just said I'm reminded of Seth Rogen's. Thank you very much.
You saying that? I got to bring it up. By the way, I just got to say bye to Aidan McDonald. Thanks for tuning in, mate. You said
Ellie. Ellie said I look like Seth Rogen, so Cheers.
Ellie, one of the big mods in the chat. Nathan. I'm just looking at Nathan now. I'm just like, yeah. I see it in the beard and the face. Yeah, that is funny.
I haven't got that stupid chuckle laugh he's got, but you know.
Okay, guys. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up now. We're coming to the ending time. We've been on here quite a bit. It's been good debate. I'd love to see a great performance and result. But if we just gotta have a good result against Villarreal, that would be great. Everyone, please drop a like on your way out, please. It's free. Subscribe if you're new. G Wolf, where can people find you, mate?
People can find me at G Wolf United Gaming. If you want to head over there and sub me up, I do football. I'm doing the Brighton watch along against Crystal Palace in a bit.
Watch alongs now.
I'm going to.
Nice.
Only every now and then if they're on, I'm not going to do any Manchester United ones because that's pigs. Pigs can. That's definitely pigs one. So, but I'll do other content and all that lot. Plus the gaming, Rocket League. Need to get my platinum back.
Fair enough. People are still getting that, Nathan.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah,
that's a compliment. I think I love Jack Black.
Yeah, someone's also Jack Osborne as well. So Jack I think when my next stream, I'm gonna go full sort of Danny Murphy haircut. So sort of.
Well, you just put a balaclava just so no one can see you.
I've got a question for you guys.
Go on.
If we win or lose, do you still think that we'll get into the knockout stages of the Champions League?
Good question. I was supposed to bring that up, Wow, so that would be the second. It's 2 losses, though.
That'll be 2 losses, yeah.
In a row, but then 4 games still left. I predicted that we just need 10 points, 3 wins and a draw. I say we still get through. I say the players will go to the trenches for Ole. We've seen the Man United team be comeback kings. I think they still go through. Nathan, I heard you groaning.
I don't know, because I'm trying to think, how many points did United finish on last year when they got knocked out in the group between PSG and Leipzig? Was it similar to 9-10 points?
It's a tougher group though.
But it's like.
Just think about young boys. Young boys are going to fall off, surely. Villarreal are not that good. Come on, they got a lot of draws this season. If I've looked at their stats, loads of draws this season. Come on, Nathan.
I would say yes, still, because of the opposition, what's in the group compared to last year. However, you'd rather after the young boys, I sat there and thought, realistically speaking, United need say 7, possibly 9 points out of the next 3 Champions League games to sort of put themselves in a good position. Because you don't want to be last 2 games. You don't want to be chasing or worried about your own sort of position in a way. But I think United will still make it through, but it's going to be a bit of a tougher task.
Yeah.
In 3, possibly 4 on the bounce, because you don't know how this group's going to go.
Yeah, so, JW United too. Thanks for getting in here. Yeah, I expect United to make around the 16, win or lose. I'm saying that too. And then we've got OP Dragon, Pineapple Express.
Oh my God!
Ellie saying, nah, not Jack Black there. Okay, but
that's what we should put Tyler's video starring Eddie G. Wolf and Seth Rogen, and then we see the views bump up.
I see the Seth Rogen. Yeah, but a lot of views. But yeah, Nathan, where can people find you, mate?
At Seth Rogen on Twitter. At Best Jono on Twitter. I normally do FIFA streams and that as well, because I started last year, so that'll be something to sort of look out for. But yeah, that's Best Jono on Twitter, and obviously any movie theatre in the next couple of months, promote my new Seth Rogen film. So yeah, there you go.
That's cool. Then for myself, I do animation. I've not done it recently, but if you want to subscribe, I'm at Culture Soldier Gear Animation. I will have some new ones coming through. Even Pigger will be doing some voices for some of my animation. If you go to my channel, he's done some before. It's been funny. You just watch it. It's funny. But everyone, G Wolf, Nathan, thanks for helping me out. And it's been a good show. Everyone, drop a like on your way out. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys, we're out of here.
There it is.